Okay, so you guys know I'm obsessed with the royal family, right? Like, I eat this stuff up, and lately, things have been seriously heating up behind palace doors. It's more than just who wore what tiara. We're talking about a major power shift, and honestly, it's about time. The big news that everyone's buzzing about started at what seemed like just another fancy Kensington Palace garden party. You know, the kind where everyone's sipping tea and trying to look important while secretly gossiping. Princess Charlotte, Prince George, William, and Kate were all there doing the usual royal meet and greet. But then, bam! William steps up to the mic, and he doesn't just give a boring speech. He drops a bomb. He basically announces that Princess Charlotte, his daughter, is going to start taking on official royal duties. I'm talking like now, like she's going to be shaping the future of the monarchy. Can you believe it? The crowd was stunned. You could practically hear the crickets chirping after that announcement, and the phones came out faster than you can say God save the Queen. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Where were King Charles and Queen Camilla during all this? MIA. Absent, radio silent. And that silence, my friends, speaks volume. It's like William was saying, okay, Dad, you've had your turn. Time to let the younger generation take the reins. And honestly, a lot of people are feeling like it's about time. See, Charles hasn't exactly been killing it as king. I mean, he's fine, I guess, but he doesn't have that spark, that connection with the public that William and Kate have. And, Camilla, well, she's still got a lot of baggage from the whole Diana situation. It's like the public never fully forgave her, you know? So, William and Kate are out there, charming everyone, looking like the perfect royal couple, and Charles and Camilla are kind of fading into the background. And that's what makes this Princess Charlotte thing so interesting. It's not just about her being a cute kid, it's about William strategically positioning his family for the future. He's basically saying, we're the future of the monarchy, and we're not afraid to shake things up. But of course, this didn't go down well with everyone, especially Camilla. I mean, can you imagine? You've spent years trying to rehabilitate your image, finally become queen, and then this little princess comes along and steals your thunder? I'm sure she was seeing red. Sources inside the palace are saying that Camilla went ballistic. She called emergency meetings with her advisors, trying to figure out how to regain control. But apparently, Charles was just like, let it happen, which is kind of surprising, right? You'd think he'd want to back his wife up, but maybe even he realizes that the monarchy needs a facelift. And it's not just Camilla who's worried. There are whispers that some of the old guard within the palace are freaking out too. They're used to things being done a certain way, and William's just throwing all that out the window. It's like he's saying we're not going to be stuck in the past. We're going to modernize this monarchy, whether you like it or not. Now, let's talk about Kate for a second, because she's the real mastermind here, in my opinion. She's always been so poised and graceful, but don't let that fool you. She's incredibly strategic, and she's been playing this game for years. She knew that William needed to make a bold move, and she was right there beside him, supporting him every step of the way. And here's the thing about Kate, she's actually earned the public's affection. It's not just because she's married to a prince, it's because she's genuine. She connects with people, she's relatable, she's everything Camilla isn't, basically. And that's why she's so powerful. She doesn't need a title to command respect. She just has it. Okay, so picture this, right? You're Camilla. You've spent years being painted as the villain, the other woman, the reason for all the royal drama. You finally get your happy ending. You're queen consort. You're thinking, okay, I've made it. I've earned my place. And then, bam, Princess Charlotte, this adorable little girl, completely steals the spotlight. I'd be fuming. And it's not just about the attention, it's about power. This whole thing with Charlotte taking on official duties, it's like William's rewriting the royal playbook right in front of everyone. I mean, usually you've got the line of succession, right? It's all very structured, very traditional. But now, William's basically saying, yeah, that's cute, but we're gonna do things differently. He's shaking up the whole system, and that's gotta be terrifying for the old guard who are used to things being a certain way. You know, it's interesting because Charles has always been seen as this kind of transitional figure. Like, everyone knew he was going to be king eventually, but there was always this sense that he was just holding the throne warm for William. And now, with this whole Charlotte situation, it's like William's accelerating the timeline. He's saying, okay, Dad, thanks for your service, but it's time for the next generation to take over. Which, let's be honest, a lot of people are probably thinking anyway. I mean, William and Kate, they just have that star power. They're relatable, they're modern, they actually seem like they care. And Charles, bless his heart, he just doesn't have that same connection with the public. He seems a little out of touch, a little stiff. And Camilla, she's still battling that old baggage. So you've got this dynamic where the younger generation is just shining and the older generation is kind of fading into the background. And Kate, man, she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. She's been so smart about how she's positioned herself and her family. She's always been supportive of William, but she's also carved out her own role. She's not just a princess, she's a force to be reckoned with. And she's clearly got a plan for Charlotte. She's not just throwing her out there to be a cute photo op, she's grooming her, preparing her for a real leadership role. I'm telling you, this is more than just a royal shakeup. This is a complete power shift, and it's all happening right before our eyes. It's like watching a real-life soap opera, but with crowns and palaces instead of mansions and swimming pools. And honestly, I'm here for it. I'm so curious to see how this all plays out. What's Camilla going to do? How will Charles react? And most importantly, what's Charlotte going to bring to the table? This is going to be good. Okay, so you're probably thinking, what does this even mean for the monarchy? Like, is Charles just gonna pack it in and let William run the show? Well, it's not that simple. I mean, Charles is still the king, right? He's not just going to abdicate because his son's got a better approval rating. But it is changing things, like, fundamentally. Think about it. The monarchy survives on tradition, on this image of stability and continuity. But tradition can also be a drag. You know, it can make you seem out of touch, irrelevant, and that's what William's trying to avoid. He's trying to modernize the monarchy, make it relevant to younger generations, people who don't necessarily care about dukes and duchesses and all that jazz. And Charlotte, she's key to that. She's young, she's relatable, she's got this kind of innocent charm that just draws people in. And by giving her a more prominent role, William's basically saying, hey, we're not just a bunch of stuffy old people in castles, we're a family just like you. And we're trying to make a difference. But here's the thing, it's a gamble. I mean, what if Charlotte messes up? What if she says something stupid or gets caught doing something she shouldn't? It could backfire big time. And even if she doesn't, there's still the risk of alienating the old guard, the people who believe in tradition, who think that the monarchy should be run a certain way. And let's not forget about Harry and Meghan. I mean, they're all the way over in California doing their own thing, but they're still a factor because remember, they left the royal family because they felt stifled, because they didn't feel like they could be themselves. And William's trying to avoid that with Charlotte. He's trying to give her a voice, a platform, but he also has to make sure that she doesn't feel overwhelmed or exploited. It's a tricky balance. And then there's the whole question of succession. I mean, George is still next in line after William, right? So what does this mean for him? Is Charlotte going to become more powerful than? Is she going to overshadow him? It could create some serious sibling rivalry, which is the last thing the royal family needs. But honestly, I think William knows what he's doing. He's not just making this up as he goes along. He's been planning this for years. He's seen what works and what doesn't. He's learned from the mistakes of the past. And he's determined to make the monarchy relevant for the future. And Kate, she's right there beside him, supporting him, guiding him. She's the unsung hero of this whole story, in my opinion. She's the one who's keeping the family together, who's making sure that everyone's on the same page. She's the glue that holds it all together. So yeah, it's a power shift, it's a shakeup, it's a gamble, but it's also a chance to breathe new life into the monarchy, to make it more relevant, more relatable, more responsive to the needs of the people. And honestly, I think it's about time.